with you. Let me just tell you something else again. Many people, you know, if you follow a servant of God without revelation, you are in trouble. If you follow a servant of, I'm saying a servant of God. I'm saying a servant of God. If you follow a genuine servant of God without revelation, the devil will still take you away from them. The devil will still remove you away from that person. When you follow a genuine man of God, you are gonna reap rewards. There's something for you there. There's something for you there. So, when you follow a genuine man of God or woman of God, a servant of God, without revelation, when the enemy can see that, this one is going to change this person's life, so let's confuse this one so that he stops following this person. But if you, when you follow someone without a revelation of the person, there are many people who listen to me. Many people listen to me, but I know many of them, they listen to me, they follow my teachings, and some of them, they've got my books, but they don't have a revelation of who I am. That's why even those books, some of them, they take them as just one of the books. It's because they don't have a revelation of who I am. So, there are those who have a revelation of who I am. You know, what I'm trying to say is that when you follow someone without having a revelation from God about that person, it's easy for you to be disobedient to their teachings. It's easy for you to be disobedient to their instructions. It's easy for you. You will be the first person to gossip about that person. You will be the first person to speak bad about that person, about that servant of God. You will be the first person to gossip, spreading rumors about that, because you are following someone without a revelation. You can go to a church for 1,000 years. Without a revelation, you are wasting your time. You must get a revelation of that person. Because when you have a revelation of a church that you go to, or a revelation of a servant of God that you follow, no one will remove you away from that person. It doesn't matter who says what. It doesn't matter what lies you hear about that person. It doesn't matter what gossip. It doesn't matter what kind of persecution that person is actually suffering. Because you have a revelation. God showed you. God revealed that man or that woman to you. So that alone will keep you. Many people, they follow men of God without revelation. They go to churches without revelation. That's why when there's a small misunderstanding, you will take it to heart and be offended. And yet Jesus says, blessed are you if you are not offended by my word or my teachings. So people of God, how do you get a revelation of a man of God? How do you get a revelation of a church? You must fast and pray. Read the word of God. Pray to God to reveal something to you. Don't just be moving and moving and moving. Without revelation, you will be the first person to speak bad about that man of God. The gospel that I preach, I take good care of it. I take good care of it. Now, I cannot be invited to a church that I don't have a revelation about. I cannot be invited to a church and I go and preach knowing very well that the gospel that is being preached in this church is not at the level that Jesus requires. You know, it's so painful to sit and listen to someone preaching and yet they don't have the calling to preach. It's so painful to sit and listen to someone who is preaching about things they know nothing about. You might think there's nothing wrong with that. There's everything wrong, because you will be scattered. The sheep will be scattered. You won't know what to believe. Okay, let me leave that at there.